Hi Professor Dr. Casey Chan, I'm Karina. Today regarding your final project assignment, I make this video. In this video, I would like to share a little bit about myself and my future career plan. And I will explain it using 6 ACEs model. So let us start with the first element, which is awareness. In the awareness, I will analyze about my core competencies. And to help me understand my core competencies, I have done 5 forms of self-assessment that Mr. Casey has given to me. So in the 5 forms of self-assessment, there are 3 categories there. The first one is individual competence, second is team capacity, and the third one is organizational capability. So let us start with the first category, which is individual competence. In individual competence, there are 3 tests. Let us start with the first one, which is learning styles. What type of learner I am? So based on the result, it shows that I'm a theorist and pragmatist. And in the theorist, it means that I like to see how things fit into an overall pattern. And theorists are usually logical, analytical, and objective system people. And I prefer a sequential approach to problem, pay great attention to detail, and tend to be a perfectionist. While pragmatist, it means that I like to see how things work in practice. Pragmatists are practical, down-to-earth, like to solve problems, enjoy experimenting with new ideas, and appreciate the opportunity to try out what have I learned and what I'm learning. So let us move on to the second test, which is entrepreneurship GET test. There are 5 sessions there. And my highest score is in section 1 and section 3. In the section 1, which is need for achievement, it means that I'm task-oriented. It means that I'm keen to get the task completed and I'm a persistent and determined person. And in the section 3, which is creative tendency, it means that I'm an intuitive and guess well. And also I'm a versatile and curious person. And let us move on to the third test in individual competence, which is the Big 5 personality test. There are 5 elements here, which is extroversion, agreeableness, conciseness, neuroticism, and openness to experience. And my result shows that my highest score is in conciseness with the 31 score. It means that my personality trait is being honest and hardworking. And neuroticism with 27 score, it means that my personality is being emotional. So let us move on to the second category, which is team capacity, and the test called Belbin's 9 team roles. So what are my preference roles in a team? There are 9 roles in a team, and according to the result, I prefer 3 roles in a team, which is implementer, coordinator, and team worker. So what are the characteristics of its roles? And as a team worker, it means that I'm cooperative, perceptive, and diplomatic. But I can be indecisiveness and tends to avoid confrontation, and I'm also hesitant to make unpopular decisions. And as implementer, it means that I'm practical, reliable, and efficient, but I can also be inflexible and slow to respond to new possibilities. And it is expected that I'm a little bit slow to relinquish my plans to seek positive changes. And as a coordinator, it means that I'm mature, confident, and good at identifying talents, and also I can clarify goals and delegate the job effectively. But I can be seen as manipulative and might offload my work. And it's also expected that I might over-delegate my works, and because of that, I can leave myself a little work to do. So let us move on to the last category, which is organizational capability, and the task called leadership self-assessment. So how is my leadership skills? And based on the 9 elements here, my highest score is in aligning people. It means that I gain support for a vision and establishing strategies for achieving that vision. So why is it important to understand my core competencies? Let us take a look at this picture. So, knowing my initial competence is very important to do self-development so that I can enhance my core competencies later on. So let us see the process here. First, insight, which is I know what is my core competence, and then motivation. I have motivation to have a new knowledge and skill, and later on I will apply my new knowledge and skill in the real world, and I can be a accountable worker. And this process is highly related later on with my future career plan too. So let us see my future career plan in action. So after graduating from IBM Tantra, in the first year I would like to learn Mandarin in China. Why Mandarin? According to Bloomberg ranking, Mandarin, China's official tongue, is also the top of language worldwide for business other than English. And also I have planned to work in a company that has international networks, so I believe that Mandarin will be very useful in the future. And in the third year, I plan to work as accountant in HM Sampurna. I have passion to work in finance department since I'm a tourist person, and moreover, I'm interested in accounting since I was in a senior high school. And why do I choose HM Sampurna? As the reason that I mentioned earlier, that I'm interested to work with a company that has international network, I think Sampurna is the best choice. And also, Sampurna has a good reputation as it is the biggest cigarette company in Indonesia, and it has successfully dominated Indonesian market. And besides that, they also export to 39 countries including Malaysia and Australia, so they have a international network. That's why I want to work there. And in the fifth year, I want to be a manager in HM Sampurna. With the leadership skill and my traits that I mentioned in the previous section, I hope in the fifth year I can be promoted as a manager in finance department in HM Sampurna. And later on in the 10th year, I plan to start my own business. So this is the summary of my future career from the first year, third year, fifth year, and the 10th year. So how can I achieve my goal? This is my strategy. There are four. The first one is join internship. By joining internship, I can get working experience, and also it is easier for me to be a permanent employee there. For example, currently I have been accepted in Sampurna. So hopefully after I graduate from Petra, Sampurna will offer me to work there as a permanent employee. And the second strategy is enhance my core competencies. It is important to overcome my weakness and improve my strength, such as in the leadership skills. Since I want to be a manager in a company, that I should lead my subordinate. And the third strategy, which is increase my knowledge. Having a new skill is very important. So, and also it will help me to spotting the opportunity because I have a lot of knowledge, so I know what is the best opportunity that I can get. And in the last strategy, which is broaden network, it is also very important to help me to start up my new business later on. So by having broader network, I can get a supplier easier, and can I also market my product easier, and because I have a lot of network and my friends that help me. So how can I assure that my strategy will work out? So I have learned so much things from IBM and from Mr. Casey's chance. And for example, I can get the 6 ACEs model. So by using the 6 ACEs model, I can analyze the problem more comprehensively and systematically. And also, I can use the 6 ACEs model to present the ideas or problems, like what I'm doing right now. And the second is I can broaden my knowledge. from the assignment that Mr. Casey has given to me, it requires me to search about the company's strategies and analyze their failures. And from the strategy, I can learn about their market strategy, collaboration strategy, and all the strategy that can make the company successful. And also, I learn about their failures too. And the failures that I learn is like BlackBerry case. I learned that they have problems in their corporate strategy and their corporate culture, and therefore I can learn from their failure so that in the future, if I start my own business or I'm being a manager that should create the strategy, I won't repeat the same mistake again. And the last one is I improve my presentation skill so that I can communicate my ideas or problem that I face clearly to other people, and also I can make the slides better so I can make my slides become attractive. Now let us move on to the last element, which is anticipation. So what are the things that can distract me to achieve my goal? There are three things. The first one is getting married. So after getting married, there are possibilities that my husband asked me to move to other cities and being asked to be a housewife. So because of that, I cannot work in Sampurna or start my business. And the next one is competitors. Since Sampurna is a big company, it must have the best people there. So I should compete with them and always perform my best in order to be promoted. And also, open a new business is not easy because I should compete with existing players there. So I should face the tight competition in the market. So in the last one is resources. To start up a business, I need to have a sufficient amount of capital in order for my business to run well. And it's also expected that as a beginner, I need to spend my money to the marketing in order to increase my brand awareness. Now, before I end my sharing, I would like to thank Mr. Casey that has taught me about IPM, IMM, GSM, and MNENG from semester 4 until 7, and I have gained so much knowledge and learned how to think systematically and holistically in analyzing problems. And I can also learn about many company strategies and failure too. So thank you, Mr. Casey. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. See you.